It's in the comprehensive plan about meeting metrics.
That would be amazing.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone, for being here and those watching on TV. We're going to move into a public hearing right off the bat. So, this is about the comprehensive plan, so did you want her to make a little statement at the beginning or after he's done?
We've got a couple exhibits Dave's going to read into the record.
Okay.
Right, so we're here for a public hearing with respect to the comprehensive plan. And I'm just going to go ahead and refer to the ordinance because it states the law actually as to what it's all about, with the purpose being to guide and accomplish a coordinated development of the city, taking into account existing and future needs and best promoting the city's general welfare. And it is to address the development and use of land within the city and be updated and changed as conditions and policies warrant. And so the last time we approved a comprehensive plan was?
Probably 1990.
So
92 something.
30, 35 years, and we're probably due to go ahead and approve a new comprehensive plan. And I think the way they are ideally to be utilized is if we would ever want to consider major changes to the planning and zoning code, prohibiting uses in classes, creating new classes, deciding what to do with controversial zoning districts, perhaps downtown on 3rd Street or whatever we may be considering. The comprehensive plan should act as sort of a guidepost, and when in doubt, try to abide by it, or at least have it influence the decision. So anyway, planning and zoning met along with other committees and other people. A lot of people put a lot of hours into it, and they have recommended approval of the plan that's on our agenda for tonight. And so we'll go ahead and introduce or identify as Exhibit 1 meeting minutes of the Planning and Zoning Commission from November 5, 2025. And then we have an affidavit of publication confirming that notice of this hearing was published in the newspaper, and we have a copy of the ad.
They put it on the same page for us there.
All right, and a copy of the ad on the same page, so we'll mark that as Exhibit 2 for the hearing. And is that it?
I did put a code page in there if you wanted to
Oh yeah.
mention it.
And we'll go ahead and ID or ask to be entered into the record the entire code of ordinances of the city of Hermann, Missouri. And this being a public hearing, it's on the record. We have Kim Rockledge, our court reporter, attending via Zoom, taking everything down. And the intent is to ask if anyone has any comments, questions, concerns with respect to the plan, anyone among the public, that is. So that's what this hearing is all about. And so, Dolores, do you want to mention something now?
Yeah, I was going to make a couple of comments. The advisory committee worked on this comprehensive plan for about 18 months. There were a number of meetings that were held. A comprehensive plan is needed for the city to qualify for various grants and funding opportunities. The comprehensive plan is a long-term guide that outlines a city's vision for growth, land use, housing, transportation, and public services. It helps coordinate policies and investment to support the community's goals and improve quality of life. This 10-year plan is flexible enough to adapt to changes and emerging challenges or opportunities. This plan serves as a roadmap to help local leaders make informed decisions that reflect both current realities and long-term aspirations. And I think if anybody needs a copy, they can electronically, you can give it to them.
Kelsey's got a couple hard copies with her, or they can call City Hall, we can send them an electronic copy as well.
And the only other comment I have is, I want to thank Ann and Orrin who work for the Merrimack Regional Planning Commission, for all of their help in compiling all this information to make this a workable plan.
Right on. Does anybody out there have any questions or comments?
I didn't even look at it, were you here for this?
Yes, my comments are related to the.
It's under this, so
So
we'll
do
go.
you want to do that now? or-
Yes.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it now.
What the mayor's report on?
No, this is part of the public hearing for the comp plan, so this would be the appropriate
This happens,
time.
okay,
Yeah.
cool, all right. Okay, time should be right at 3 minutes, so. As you all know, I served on several of the committees for the MRPC's comprehensive plan for the city of Hermann, and I would like to present a few solutions to accomplish the objectives on chapter 10 of the plan, the implementation. So this is what I'll be kind of referencing.
So if everybody wants to turn in their book, it's on page 82 and 83.
And I paraphrased some of the solutions here to some of the objectives, so I haven't read them all. I've written them all down.
So the solutions are yours, and the objectives, you're
Correct.
the ones that are in our report.
The objectives will be paraphrased from the report, and yes, the solutions will be my own.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Could you say his name for people who might be watching?
Sure. My name is Brian Jett. I'm a citizen and resident of Hermann and a business owner in town.
Thank you.
So objective 1, land use. The plan states to update the zoning and to create a downtown master plan and riverfront district. And the solution that I have, pretty straightforward, is the historic district should be zoned C1, period. Objective 2, regarding housing. The plan states maintain a list of undeveloped properties for future growth. Solution here, the city of Hermann should focus on high-density housing within the city limits. A list of city-owned properties should be created for developers to assess for apartments, condominiums, senior housing, and other housing needs. Objective number 3, transportation. The plan states develop an active transportation plan and conduct a downtown parking study and expand parking. Solution, 4th Street from Market to Schiller should be one-way going east, and Schiller Street from 4th Street to 1st Street should be one-way going north. This is, to help you guys visualize this, this is exactly how the historic district is set up during the car shows every year. Seems to work well during those times, and by my calculation, when I discussed this with Jesse Geltz, we assumed that we could roughly double the parking if this change was made. It would also potentially allow for a bike lane if that's something that wanted to be implemented into this change as well. Objective 4, utilities. The plan states develop a long-term capital improvement plan, CIP, for utility upgrades. Step 1, I think we need to get road improvement bonds back on the ballot. I know they didn't pass, it was a couple years ago, whenever that was. But I think now is a good time to get those back on the ballot to try and figure out how we can potentially borrow from the state's revolving loan fund for projects like that. And then step 2 of that plan is to work with the MRPC, USDA, MoDED, MoDOT, and other governmental agencies to identify grants and other programs which do exist to subsidize the cost of utility and road repairs and replacements. And the one specific one that I've mentioned here is the Community Development Block Grant, the CDBG, which is utilized often for for programs like this, utilities and infrastructure. Objective 5, community facilities and emergency management. The plan states to expand recreational facilities. I just have a general comment here for the solution. We just have to figure out a way to encourage greater utilization of existing resources that we have that are very underutilized, like the amphitheater, Riverfront Park, Showboat Theater. There's a lot of resources here that just are underutilized as it is. So, Objective 6, economic development and tourism. The plan states to explore land for campsites, hotels, and convention centers. Hotel and convention center would be nice, but realistically, a solution could be, until that comes along, to create a pool of short-term vacation rental lodging businesses who are willing and able to accommodate at least weekday bookings, as well as a list of rentable office and or commercial spaces in the historic district, at least in the historic district. And as you might recall, this was done for the Creating Entrepreneurial Communities, the CEC conference in Hermann in 2022. Worked out great. We had plenty of rooms to accommodate 150 people, I think, during that 2 to 3 day weekday stretch, as well as plenty of space for the conference room, to have different meeting rooms set up. So, in summary, none of these things are complicated, none of these ideas are expensive to implement, and all of them have proven precedents that they work. All that is needed is someone who can put forth the time and effort, do the research, and make the connections that are necessary to bring these plans to fruition. So, thank you for your consideration. Do I take questions, or do I just sit down?
That's up to the mayor.
Thank you for your input.
Thank you.
Could we have a copy of your
Sure.
solution? Maybe.
I can email this to you guys if you'd like.
That'd
as
be
well.
great.
You might chance have another one copy, do you?
Not on me, but I can email it to you guys.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, no problem.
Very good.
So before we conclude the hearing, Mayor Cox, would you agree to accept the exhibits identified into the record?
Yes, sir.
There is an ordinance later on the agenda if you are prepared to vote on it tonight.
Okay. Anybody else have any comments or questions? If not, guess that's all we need for the hearing. The hearing will be closed. Okay, we'll move on. Mayor's report, I really have nothing to report. I just want to wish everybody a happy and blessed Thanksgiving. Spend time with your family and be thankful for where you live. City Administrator report.
Thank you. So I wanted to relay to you all that we're still waiting for the streets to go out for bid. The timing was going to be so close to the TAP grant sidewalk approval, getting the notice to proceed, that the engineer thought it would be smart to bid those two projects out at the same time in order to get more bidders and save money. So hopefully that'll just be a couple weeks out yet. Also, I think last week I had reported that I had a meeting with the state and with our engineers and McCliney, our financial advisors, revolving the state revolving loan fund program for the wastewater bonds. Through some of their research over our financials and stuff, they look at our water too. Not that that is contingent on the bonding, but you know our wastewater is tied to water usage gallons. So anyway, McCliney started looking at our water rates, and they volunteered to do a free rate study for us on the water rates. So it's hard to turn down free. So I will let you know when I have that information to report. And we are working on the sewer permits. We've been working for a couple months on that. We wanted to do with the private companies that wanted to dump into our sewer system. So Dave had done a couple draft ordinances for that. And we spent some time with Jesse and Jason and I spent some time with our engineer, working out some details of what we thought would be our internal process. And I left that on your desk. So again, this is kind of going to be the internal process. The ordinance would remain fairly simple. A lot of the details are going to be in this general information on that third page. And the ordinance will just refer to the permit being approved basically. So internally, they would fill out an application. And one of the things I wanted to get your input on was the fee. So there will also be a discharge log where they'll pay $60 on that second page, $60 per load. So there'll be an annual application fee. Sign fees are like $50, building permits are like $50. So I'll want your input on whether you think that annual fee should be just for to have an to get a general application, if you think there should be anything. So they'll come in, they'll fill out an application, and then Jesse and I will review it, and if all looks well, we'll issue them an actual physical permit card that they carry with them. And then each time they come in, they'll have to physically come in to City Hall and get a key for now. And each time they come in, they will fill out this simple little log and pay us $60 and pick up the key. This is going to have where they're telling us the volume and what the source it's coming from and who their hauler is. Is it the same as the actual business owner? And they have to sign off on a little thing saying that, you know, they're giving us accurate information and that there's no hazardous waste, etc. And then this general conditions will be on the back of both that application and their permit that they'll receive. So just kind of wanted you to look that over. You know, if we wanted to fast track this, we could probably have the ordinance at the next meeting and have this ready for the first of the year. So, any major discussion on that?
I just looked at this and I'm fine with the application fee, honestly. However, though, I know one of the tools that this was going to provide the city was kind of like gatekeeping, I guess, a bit for what companies we would issue a permit to. I mean, there's nothing really on this application that says what and how often and, you know, the anticipated volume that they're going to be dumping. Just curious if that could be.
You mean like per year?
Per year, yeah. If there's a company that rolls in the town that we aren't familiar with and we issue a permit, I would assume anytime they want, they fill out the discharge log, pay $60.
But we're gonna, each time they'll have to tell us what their volume is and what the source is every single time they come. And I guess we can turn that down, right? The ordinance says that we can turn down the permits as we see fit. But I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No. I mean, that's kind of where I was getting to, is that the discharge log, it seems to be more of like the gatekeeping instead of the actual permit.
Yes, that's correct. The log, yep. Every time they come in, here's our original ordinance where it talks about the permits. You can disregard my scribbles.
Yeah, the ordinance that I'm picturing is really just one that says anybody who wants to do this must first apply for a permit. Anybody who, and per specific regulations and procedures as may be established by the city administrator's office, and fill out a form. Anybody that violates this is guilty of a misdemeanor, and that was about it for the ordinance. But with respect to...
But if somebody comes in and they want to dump 2,000 gallons at one time, we could say no.
Well, where it says, except as may be allowed by the city pursuant to restrictions it may impose in its discretion, I think if there is a maximum amount that would want any one a party to dump, that we ought to specify that, maybe. in
Oh,
our-
oh, actually, we do. I'm sorry, 3,000 gallon capacity, single limit load limit.
Well, single
But-
load limit, but what if somebody wants to dump 3,000
Every day.
gallons every day for 6 months? I mean, we probably don't want that.
Well, they can come, they dump now 2 or 3 times a day.
Well, I guess, figure out what you want. Is that too much? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to the specifics. My question was, I was wondering, is the application, anyone can come in, get an application, fill it out, pay the $20 and get the permit. But then the actual load log, is what's, I mean, legally, can we say, no, you don't?
We can't be, as they say, arbitrary and capricious. I think we need to establish a rule and a policy and apply it to everybody,
Correct.
rather than have somebody come in and just say, no, you're doing too much. You think it's 2 or 3 times a day, like every day, all year, or?
Not every day, but there are times
Yeah, sometimes they're down there quite often.
when they, yeah.
I think
You're correct.
on the permit fee, I'd move the decimal point 2 places to the right. I mean, this is a huge benefit we're giving these.
Now those
You
guys
better
that,
believe it. We as citizens are paying to have that processed.
Yeah.
And they're not paying a dime.
right.
I mean,
We've been looking at it for a long time, but haven't done anything to end the problem. These guys that do that are licensed, correct? I mean, they're licensed haulers of waste, I assume.
That can be one of our requirements.
But that's what I'm saying, yeah.
I would like Jesse's input on the fees and if that's
He
appropriate or.
did. He was, the application fee is completely up to you guys. That is just, I just threw that in there. You can make that absolutely whatever you want. The discharge fee is something we had agreed on prior, and the utility advisory board had as well.
Okay.
Did the utility advisory board weigh in on the permit fee?
No. Application fee, I guess is what we're calling it.
I think right now, quick look on just the application fee. I think the word annual should be in there somewhere.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, these aren't completely tweaked, and that's why it wasn't in your binder, because we weren't quite ready. Annual, yes, I agree.
that way there's no question, yeah, there's room for the year, but let them know that $20 a year.
well, it says on the bottom that's going to
Yeah, it's
expire on
expired here.
December 31st.
And if you want more time to review these, you surely can. We don't have to make any decisions tonight if you want to review them more. I want to get back to Ash's question to make sure. So just help me understand, we don't think that on the log, telling them that there's a 3-gallon single load capacity is enough?
No.
Do we need to say per day or something like that? Would that be better?
I don't think the log is a problem. I just want to make sure, like Dave said, we're not just arbitrary with, yeah, it's okay today, or, hey, you've been in 4 times this week.
Well, what do we charge a resident if they discharge 3,000 gallons of wastewater into our sewer system in a day? I wonder.
I don't know how they would do that.
Sewer rate's the flat rate.
Oh,
Question
it's
mark.
based
oh,
on-
that's what you're,
It goes
It's
by the
based on
volume
your
of
water.
water.
yeah, it's based on your water
Volume water.
gallon
Yeah,
consumption.
the volume of water, whether it's going in the sewer or not, you get charged for that.
And just what they're dumping, I'd want to make sure, because I know there was discussion before when we were initially having this about there being various septic conditions that we didn't want, in our system.
And that's, so those things are delineated on this conditions page, and then they have to sign, when they sign here, they're swearing to the fact that they're obeying those conditions.
Okay, and I would imagine, and I guess it makes sense on the individual basis of dumping. When they're filling out the application, they have no idea over the next calendar year what jobs they're going to be doing. They don't know. So, okay.
I think it looks good myself.
And like I said, for now, they'll be, if we came up with a easier, cheap way to do it, but for now, they'll be coming to City Hall to get a key and filling out this log, so they'll have some real hands-on control.
Mm-hmm.
I think the application fee needs to be higher than $20.
I'm all good with that.
Probably doesn't cover our labor cost.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, building permits, you're giving a permit to somebody to build a structure or do something on land they own, presumably. It's not, the city has no dog in the hunt really, other than the administrative fees that it takes to put the permit together. This is somebody using our facility, and if it's cost prohibitive for them and they choose not to dump their sewage in our system because it's too expensive, great, right?
Right.
kind of like what we did with the compost site for the contractors, yeah.
As long as it's even across the board.
But a building permit, like to remodel our bathroom, that was $50 I paid.
Yeah.
That's just to remodel the bathroom.
Yeah, and that had zero impact on the city, really.
Yeah, 'cause
This is the
waste was
city.
all washed.
No, I agree with Dolores. I think it should be like $50.
Well, I was thinking about 100.
Well, see,
Or,
I like 100. Dave likes bigger.
I mean, again, if I rent a bunch of porta potties and hire septic services out of Union to come and empty them all, and they've got 3,000 gallons they're dumping for me, I wonder what they charge me for that. I'll bet it's a lot more than $20.
More than $20.
Just food for thought. So,
I wouldn't have a problem with a higher number. I mean, you're right, it's not like, this is a service we're providing, it's not like we need the usage, to make things more cost
and
effective.
we're not doing it for oversight like building permits or
Yeah,
B&B permits or whatever. This is, they're using our facilities.
I'll second Dolores and say $100 application fee.
okey-dokey.
Okay, we can plug that, Dave, you thought the fees need to be in the ordinance, so next meeting, Dave will have a retweaked ordinance, and we'll do, there's a few little typos and tweaks on these applications. And then if you need to have further discussion before you vote on it next meeting, we can do that too. Jesse will be here. But yeah, we'll plug in $100.
And maybe put a reminder in for June to see how it's going, and, if we need to pass a new ordinance to tweak something, you can always do that.
Okay.
Will I'm assuming the dumping hours will be during city office hours of operation,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
'cause they'll
will
have
lose
to
the
get a key.
convenience of doing it on the weekends this way.
So they make a copy of the key.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
dumping weekends, so.
Okay, we'll have that ready for you for the next meeting. Let's see, the other thing I wanted to mention is that a reminder about election filing opening December 9th. I wanted to bring to your attention and to the public something new that this state is asking the clerk to do or not to do. It's the Form 5120, which is the form that all candidates have to sign, basically swearing that you don't have any delinquent taxes of any form. That used to be something you did in front of the city clerk, and they notarized it and took a copy of it, and then you filed it with the state. The state wants it done electronically now. And so that means that either, in the county clerk, and from what I can tell on the website, it looks like you can do that at any time and bring a hard copy of proof that you did that to the city clerk the day of filing. They're also saying that tech-savvy people could do it in front of the city clerk during filing. And it's a really short form. It's just going to ask for your contact information, the city's address and phone number, and you sign this statement. And that's all there is to it. And then you do have to fill in, it said, I think a username and password. So, but anyway, those are the two things. You can either bring a hard copy to the city clerk when at filing, or you can do it on the spot, and you can just show the clerk the electronic confirmation. Either one of those, but that is the state's new standard of operating on that.
Does that go through the Ethics Commission?
No, I think that just goes to DOR. Yeah.
So you get the no tax due statement from Missouri Department of Revenue.
It's a form, I'm sorry if I didn't say that, it's Form 5120. And I just Googled it today to see if people could get to it easily. And if you just do State of Missouri Form 5120 for December 2025, it pops right up. Otherwise, I have the full link here and website. It's sa.dor.mo.gov/candidate-affidavit. But I can get that to you. So we're supposed to, the state said, educate everybody before the election. So the county, let's see, they weren't going to have their filings. They said they'll be advertising that in February, but it's effective for April. So I think that's all on that. Friendly reminder, business license is due at the end of the year, liquor license as well, but we're asking for those by December 3rd so we can get them on the next Board of Alderman meeting. And I think that'll do it.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Public comments we already took care of. We'll just move on to ordinances.
The first for this evening is bill number 2025-40 for second reading. An ordinance calling general election for the year 2026, setting the date and time thereof, specifying polling places, appointing judges of election, specifying officers to be elected, providing filing date for candidates, providing for publication of notice of election, and general provisions.
This is second reading. Do I have a motion to approve?
I move to place bill number 2025-40 as second read.
Motion's made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried.
Next is bill number 2025-41 for second reading. An ordinance prescribing the salary for the elected office of city collector and establishing the effective date thereof.
Also second reading. Do I have a motion to approve this?
I'll move to approve bill number 2025-41, second read.
Motion's made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried.
Next is bill number 2025-42 for first reading. An ordinance to approve and to authorize the mayor and city clerk of the city of Hermann, Missouri to execute a plat for Hermann Apartments. This is the ELS Schmelz project, and the plat was approved by our engineering and surveying firm.
Okay. And motion to approve?
Motion to approve bill number 2025-42.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Second. Need to do that one a second time.
For second reading, bill number 2025-42, an ordinance to approve and authorize the mayor and city clerk of the city of Hermann, Missouri to execute a plat for Hermann Apartments.
This is second reading. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll move to approve bill number 2025-42, second read.
Motion's made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried.
Next is bill number 2025-43, an ordinance to approve and adopt a 10-year comprehensive plan for the city of Hermann.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve this?
I make a motion to approve bill 2025-43 as first read.
Motion has been made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Move on to resolution.
The resolution for this evening, number 1356, a resolution to approve job description for accounting clerk / administrative assistant.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the resolution?
I'll move to approve.
Motion's made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. We will move on to motions. Do I have excuse me, a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting?
I move to approve the minutes.
Motion's been made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Motion to pay our bills.
Move we pay the bills.
Motion to pay the bills. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Approve the bid for $130,000. Sorry. $130,600 from Reinhold Electric Incorporated for a ballpark lighting grant project.
Yeah, you have a little memo there from the engineer, giving his recommendation, and this is the very slow glacial moving grant that we've had. We finally have the supplies, and now we're if you approve the bid tonight, we'll have the contract on the next meeting.
Is there a reason why there's so much of a discrepancy between the two bidders?
Yeah, as I said in my email, it's on the installation, and that line item has a big discrepancy, and Travis specifically called them and pointed that out and made sure that they
It's
didn't.
$97,000 difference,
Yes, ma'am.
and there's no explanation on why.
No, they just thought they can install them much cheaper than the other company.
Making a heck of a profit, that rather look at.
The cheap ain't always the best.
Yeah.
And it scares you being that far off.
Okay. Any other questions? If not, do we have a motion to approve that?
I'll move to approve it.
Motion's made. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed?
Ayes have it. Okay, appoint Greg Lamb to the Park Board. I have a motion to approve Greg.
I move to approve Greg,
Motion-
Park Board.
Motion has been made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Special event application for the Stream Teams United Paddle Missouri 2026 for the City Park and Riverfront Park for camping and boat ramp September 23rd, 2026.
Motion to approve.
Motion has been made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Have one more add on here, a liquor license application from Hermann Farm Museum doing business as River Cliff Spirits with Derek Leroy being the manager for number 7 Danhauser Drive, Hermann, Missouri. Have a motion to approve that.
I'm excited to approve it.
You made a motion?
Yeah, sorry, yes.
Motion's been made. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. We have no reports. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion's made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. All right, we thank you all for watching and being here. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Sometimes I go up there and I feel like I'm intruding if I do that. I hate the way that it's